everyone. Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage with another business leadership training in 15 minutes. And I do these every week for a couple of reasons. I speak with business owners in the automotive industry and skilled trades. And these are the topics that I'm either talking with my clients or with people in these spaces. And they're trending, right? They're challenges that people are going through right now. Challenges that also my husband and I faced as well as automotive shop owners since 1999. And I do this because it's a way of shifting your vantage, if you will, your perspective on a topic to really turn it into your competitive advantage. A lot of times, the way we look at things, the way we approach things can make a huge impact on us growing personally and professionally. And also, it's a way for you to take one action item away and implement that, apply it to your business, to your life. So if you find this valuable, please share it. I believe in paying back, paying it forward, if you will. This is an industry that's been really great for my husband and I. I admire and respect a lot of people in it. And this is why I do them, right? To really pay it forward. So if you find it valuable, please share. And let's get to this week's topic, which is today's hiring challenges. Now, this is something that I see all over the country, and it's in all different industries. Okay. I'm primarily in the automotive space, but I've seen this in many, many industries. So, really, what I want to talk about is something that we really have to face because the automotive and skilled trade industries have been dealing with a technician shortage for years. And we really have to face that. COVID shed a light on it, but really, we can't kid ourselves and think that this is a new problem for these industries. This is something that's been going on for years. So, and truthfully, excuse me, it's the number one challenge that owners are telling me that they have, whether they're in the automotive or skills trade place or not. And they can't find help. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Now, keep in mind that these are owners that aren't just looking for a warm body, right? They're actually looking to hire people with skills, talented people who are dependable. Now, that may sound simple enough, but it isn't. It isn't today. And to get to any root cause of a problem, any problem that you're having, to really hone in and get to that root cause of it, you have to dig a little bit deeper than what's on the surface. Because staying only on the surface is kind of like putting a bandage on a cut or a wound that you really need stitches for. So you have to dig a little bit deeper to get to that root cause. And what I find is that people are saying to me that teams have changed over the years. People just aren't the same. They're not operating the same. And a lot of times it's some form of they can't get the team that they have to show up on time. And some are actually taking a lot of time off. They also tell me that the people that they do hire, they start to realize that they're not as good as they say they are when they were hired. So their skill sets really aren't there to the level that they need them to be. And today, many people want an income, right? A pay that really isn't aligned with their skill set and ability. So when you think about all those things, I'm not saying that those aren't true or not accurate. This is what business owners are really seeing, and it's frustrating for them. But it doesn't have to be this way, because what I've learned over decades is that no matter what generation you're in, when it comes to people going to work every day, most people really want to be valued and appreciated by their boss, their manager, their supervisor, whoever that they have to report to. They really want to feel valued and appreciated. And I can say my generation, my kids' generation, and even my parents' generation, and even my grandparents' generation, when they were alive and I had conversations to them about what they did, they wanted that as well. People also want to learn and grow to develop their skills. They want to feel that they are in a place that they can learn, that they can grow, that they might be able to take a different position on, or become a more senior level at work at a senior level in whatever area that they're in. So they might even be able to help others or help train others. They want to contribute without any kind of fear or judgment. They have ideas, they have thoughts, they might have suggestions, but if they're going to feel ridiculed or belittled, they're not going to do that. But secretly, that's what they want. They also want to challenge some of the ways that things are being done. And I don't mean this in a challenge like negatively, like they want to argue or they want to fight. They want to challenge it because they're thinking they may not know why something's done a certain way. So they're asking because they want to find out, why are we doing it this way? I do have some thoughts and ideas, but I'm curious. And they may have come up with another idea that may work even better, save the business time, save the business money, be more efficient, whatever the case may be. So they're asking why. And a lot of times when these things happen, as owners, we think that this is a negative in our business. It doesn't have to be this way at all. This can be a real positive experience. So, as I was coming up with this week's topic, it was really kind of interesting to me because I have actually seen this in all industries, right? Other industries as well. Supply chain issues because of the labor and driver shortages, right? And all kinds of businesses are working with limited staff. And I'm sure you've seen it. I mean, the simplest area, right, where we've noticed this is like grocery stores. There's not enough cashiers. We go in, there's not enough, things, items on the shelves. You go in and it's hit or miss. And now we're kind of accepting it. But the real frustrating part for business owners when these things happen is that we can't provide the customer service, the level of customer service, the quality that we're accustomed to as business owners, that we want to give. And that's a real frustrating part of it. So I came across this article and I want to share part of it with you because I think it's so valuable. The topic in this article was about the 4 stages of psychological safety. And this is actually a book written by Timothy Clark, which he describes 4 stages of this psychological safety that teams can move through. And I want to describe these 4 stages and break them down to our industry. So he talks about the inclusive stage. And this is when team members feel safe. They actually feel safe belonging to a team. They feel like they are comfortable. They don't feel excluded. And they really feel like they're wanted and appreciated. And in our industry, I believe that in the automotive and skilled trade industries, that this is really important when you have an onboarding system because you have a process that you can walk people through and they know exactly what to expect and they know what's expected of them. So they know that there's a system, there's a process in place. The next one is learner safety. And this is when your team members are able to learn through asking questions, and team members are able to try things out, and they can make and admit small mistakes, and they can ask for help. And how they would do this is in a work environment. I could see this working really, really well when you have scheduled meetings. They can ask questions. Um, this could be a process of them learning how to use all of your software, them learning how to use the platforms that you have in place to look up information and research information. And they can ask, senior team members, but also, it's scheduled. So it might be before, it might be at certain times of the day, so that they're not taking up another team member's valuable time the whole entire day. But we have that learner safety. The next one is the contributor safety. And this is when team members feel that they can contribute their own ideas without fear of embarrassment or ridicule. And now this could be a really challenging uh, area or state, if you will, because volunteering your own ideas can increase vulnerability of team members. So we have to be mindful of that as owners and leaders. And a great way to do this is when someone does come up with an idea, don't squash it. Don't say, oh, yeah, we tried that years ago and it didn't work. And I really don't think that that's something that we're going to implement right now because we haven't had much success with it. Hear them out. Hear them out and don't assume. And the last one of the 4 stages is the challenger safety. And this is when team members can question others, including those in authority, like even their manager, their boss, about ideas or suggestions that, think about the changes or plans or ways of working. They question it and they say, why are we doing things the way we are? Without the leader, the owner feeling threatened by that. So they actually can have these conversations. And a great way to do that is to set up times with this person so that they can learn more and that you can have on a regular basis, like an idea bank or, suggestions where they can actually put those in, and you can go back and you can talk about them at a later time. Because I know people that have had wonderful ideas about making the business more efficient, productivity, all those types of things. And those ideas were never even heard of by owners. Owners were saying things to them like, I don't pay you to think, just go and do your job. So here's my take on how this really happened, where we got into this really challenge, this hiring challenge that so many people are feeling now, especially in our space, right? Automotive and skilled trades. People haven't felt safe for a long time. They may not have had the opportunity where they work to advance their skills or share ideas without being embarrassed or, ridiculed. COVID just brought this to light. And for many owners, letting people go because they didn't know what was going to happen gave their team members lots of time to think and question the safety of their job. They really had time to think. No one knew how long it was going to last, but we were all going through it. And now what happened is once these people were called back to work, many owners were surprised to hear a no, that they weren't coming back. Or they were asking things like, well, I want more pay, or I need this, or I need that. Business owners were surprised. Shop owners were surprised to hear these things. But what we really need to do is we really need to assess these stages of safety to create an environment where people feel safe and it allows them to be fulfilled, to get fulfillment at work. So my question to you is, which one of these safety stages stands out most for you, either in your own experience working for someone or even now as a business owner? Which one of these do you feel really stands out as one that would be beneficial to you or beneficial to a business that you work for or work at? And I think it's important to think about that because the benefit here is when you include these and you take a look at them, it'll not only help the team that you have right now develop them and retain them, it'll also help attract the right members that you want, the team members that align with you, and it'll repel the rest. It'll repel the warm body that it just wants to show up and doesn't want to contribute. So I hope you find this week's 15-minute business leadership training valuable. And I really do look forward to next week's training, Tuesdays at 2:00 Eastern Time. And if you found this to be valuable, give it some thought. Please share it and let's pay it forward and help another shop owner, business owner that we know, industry, right? People that are in our industry, let's help them out as well because we all learn from one another and we can take the way that we look at something in our business and turn it into our competitive advantage. So please have an enjoyable week, and I'll see you next week.